Hello students, and in this video we'll explain the third normal form. So we say that a relation schema R is in 3NF uh, if let's take the simple definition of 3NF, if it shouldn't have a non-key attribute that is functionally determined by another non-key attribute or by a set of non-key attributes. Let's take an example in order to convey this sentence. Um, so we have this relation employee department, and we say in the previous videos that this relation is in 2NF, but it has redundancy problems introduced by the functional dependency department number determines the department name and the department manager. So we have the following functional dependencies given. We have the first FD that tell us that SSN determines the employee name, birth date, address, department number, department name, department manager. Actually, SSN determines all the attributes because SSN is the primary key. And the second FD tell us that the department number determines department name and the department manager SSN. Okay, so this relation is in 1NF and 2NF, but because of SSN determines the department number, this comes from this one. SSN determines all of these and including department number. Because of SSN determines department number and department number determine department name by the second functional dependency, and department name is a non-prime attribute and department number is not a super key, then the employee department is not in 3NF. So let's take it simply. Any relation that can be in 3NF should not have any non-prime attribute or non-key attribute depends on another non-key attribute. For example, here we have the department name, which is non-key attribute, and department manager SSN, which is not a key attribute, it is a non-key attribute. Both are depending on another non-key attribute, which is the department number. So because of this dependency, non-key attribute depends on another non-key attribute, then this relation is said to be not in 3NF. In order to make it in 3NF, we need to separate these attributes into a separate one, and here we name it the department, and we put the department number, department name, and department manager SSN in this new relation. Okay, and we keep the department number in the first one because it is needed for joint operations. That's it in simple words. So because department number determines the department name and department name is non-prime attribute or non-key attribute and department number is not a super key, then the employee department is not in 3NF. In order to make it in 3NF, we need to separate all these attributes into a separate relation, and here we call it department, and we rename the employee department to the employee relation. Okay, here he's telling us that employees is in 2NF because SSN is the only candidate key and every attribute is fully dependent on it. So it is in 2NF because SSN is the only candidate key and all the attributes depend fully on it. So you can take it as a rule. If you have a primary key that consists of only one single attribute, then this relation is in 2NF. Okay, but this relation employees is not in 3NF because the department name determines the department manager SSN and both are non-key attributes. Okay, in the next video we'll take another example on 3NF, so stay tuned.